on YouTube, man. My bad. What a joke. It didn't fix it yet, man. It used 45,000 tokens and didn't fix it. Maybe time to set up Husky. What's Husky? Is that some type of testing thing? What is Husky? This is the link you just sent. Enhances your commits. Runs tests on your commits. Well, I need the test though, right? Or does it also build tests for you? Native GitHub or Git hooks? What's the difference between this and like GitHub Actions? You know, or is this like the same thing as a GitHub action? Doing good. I love having dev speak in my ear while I work, like the old days working in the office. Alright, well, I don't know how much dev speak I do. I mostly talk nonsense, man. But here we go. We're trying to fix this plan, or fix this bug. Just make sure you actually run the test and lint before it either pushes or commits. I don't even know if I lint anything anymore, man. The AI, I don't even have a linter. The AI just does whatever it wants to do. I don't have any styling guides. Just because it's like, I don't actually read the code, you know. Been enjoying the vibe here, yeah. No pun intended. Yeah, I like vibing out, man. Vibe coding. I'm just trying to get stuff done. Slow, steady progress is what I'm trying to accomplish here. I purposely try to limit myself so I don't push 80 hours a week or something. I try and just, you know, around 40, maybe 50 tops. Doesn't force any particular command. You control what it does for you. Just make sure it's always done. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I don't know anything about testing though. I only know basic testing in C++, but I've never tested like front end stuff, man. So it's kind of new to me. I'm vibe coding when I can too, and it's super exciting for me. Yeah, I feel the same way. It's so exciting to be able to develop features at such a crazy pace. Wait, did it found the bug? Who cares? Fix it. Just fix it, man. Front-end testing, I personally like Cypress. Why do you like Cypress? I've never heard of Cypress. I've never heard of any front-end testing frameworks, actually. But is Cypress, like, you've tried a bunch of them and Cypress is your favorite for a particular reason? Or do you like Cypress personally because it's the only thing you've ever used? That will give me some insight into, you know, why you like it. Alright, is it gonna fix it? And how do you test it? I start up some things here for the back end. Do the front end. Alright, it's already done. Please commit your changes to a new branch. See, what on my other computer when I'm doing stuff, my Claude MD file is perfect. Maybe I should just copy it over here, but I'll create a new one. So my Claude MD files will tell Claude exactly how to operate. So it knows to always make a new branch. I don't have to keep telling it make a new branch and commit your changes. And it also knows to always make a new work tree. Don't ever work in my root work tree or whatever directory. It always creates a new work tree thing and make a new branch in that work tree. And so like if I ever wanted to parallelize, there's no issues, you know. So I'm going to update my Claude MD. Actually, I need to make a Claude MD for this project on this computer. And I'm going to like make sure it always does it. After I fix this bug though. It's the codes. What's happened? It's been a minute. Yeah, I've been away for some time, but I've also been back for some time. I've been back for about 2 weeks now, but I was away for about 5 months, maybe. Almost half a year. I was away because I had to sort out my life, man. Quit my job, left my city, left New York City, moved to somewhere, new house, new location, and new life, basically, man. So it took me a few months to get everything situated. All right, push the branch and make a PR. Do I even test it? We should probably test it, right? I'm gonna test it, I guess. Return to dust. What's happened? How are you doing since settling in the new spot? Been doing a lot better, I think. There's a lot more space for me here. I think I've been eating a little bit better. Probably because I don't get free Google food anymore, you know. So I gotta look about my own food. Alright, let me try this. Let's see if it updates my username. Wait, I think I gotta hide my env files. I don't want you guys to see it. Hope it's warmer. I'm in NYC. It's miserable. It ain't too warm where I am, man. I'm gonna tell you that. Uh-oh. What are you talking about, man? Do I have to do some npm install or something? A digital drummer J says, Cypress, it was the first testing framework that I used that consistently worked, and the tests I created were not flaky due to timing of actions. I liked it enough that for a while I did conference talks on it and became a community ambassador for them. Dang, so you're like deeply integrated with Cypress. It's not just something that you kind of like because you used it a couple times. Interesting. I gotta check it out for sure. Alright, let's rerun this thing. Let's see if our bug is fixed. I don't know what changes they did. Should I even look at the changes, man? It already committed the changes. I can't see them like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are you talking about here? Nothing's working now. Broke it. The good thing about Playwright is you can run it headless. I went from 15 years of having no UI tests in any of my projects to having 1,300 UI tests in last corporate project I worked on. Yeah, I got 0 UI tests, man. Maybe that's why I'm a shit bunk. This doesn't work. Let me talk to it. I just tested your work and I'm getting this error. Do you think Meta is as prestigious as Google? I don't know, man. Not lately. I used to think that back in maybe when I was looking for a job, like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. But I think lately it sounds like everyone is so miserable there, man. At least all the people I talk to who work there, no one has told me they enjoy their job. Everyone tells me how cutthroat it is, how toxic the environment is, and how like miserable they are working there, man. So I don't know if it can be as prestigious if everyone is that unhappy. I think Google was so prestigious because it was like a dreamland, you know. Like you get treated so well, you get paid so much, and it's so difficult to get in, and you're solving like real complex problems supposedly at work. But anyways, maybe I'm biased. I haven't worked at Meta, you know. More tests to just get in the way of deploying. What about Amazon? I think Amazon is definitely not at the same like prestige level as Meta or Google, but I think it gets you in the door. Like it's a good first fang, I think, for Amazon. And it gets you recognized after you work at Amazon, for sure. The skills that you develop there are probably on par with the rest of the places. But I think the prestige thing isn't as high at Amazon. The interviews are easier, and it seems like Amazon is more like a revolving door type of company than, say, Google. Amazon 401k is the worst I've ever heard. I don't know anything about it. Wait. What is happening? Who's using that? Hold on. Who's using my... Kill the process that is using port 3000, man. Somebody's using my shit. Oh, wait. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's probably a Docker thing, man. Let me check Docker, see what's going on there. Wait, Amazon has a terrible reputation. Mr. Yan 19, what's happened? When you have to start sharding tests, you know you have it bad. I don't even know what sharding tests means, man. They just laid off 15,000. Where at Amazon? Yeah, I think I heard that. Amazon keeps laying people off in the name of AI, which I think is BS. They overhired and now they're using AI as a reason so that Wall Street doesn't get mad. I don't know, man. I don't know what Amazon's hiring strategy is, but it's like an aggressive strategy, man, with how many people they churn through. Wait, what was I doing? Alright, I'm gonna just type to kill it. Watch that 3000 port thing process, whatever. Just kill it, man. And then we can finally fix this dang profile bug, hopefully. De Jesus, what's happened? I didn't see you sneak in there. Oh, and Q9S PSG, thank you very much for the hydrate. Cheers. We just kill it like that? Who cares, right? Oh, you know what? maybe there's like some updates that I should be pulling. Or maybe not. SSH key. Don't look. Is that my key? Alright, maybe I just need to update my backend. Maybe that's the issue, actually. I've been working on my other computer, so it's... They want me to enter my dang key again? What is going on here, man? Hopefully I don't have to enter that anymore. I got an interview this week that I know I'm a bomb. Dang. Big company, small company, really small company. Hey, who the hell is using port 3000, man? Kill it. I don't care, just kill it, man. Docker PSA? Yeah, maybe I should kill it properly, is what you're saying. Let me see. Well, Docker ain't even running, man. So it's like some crazy orphan process or something. Alright. Let's see. Finally. Alright, let me start this one over again. We're just trying to save our LeetCode profile name, man. Come on now. There we go. Well, the login doesn't work because I got my environment variables. Man, let me hide my thing again. I need like a tool or something that even if I click on my environment variables, it's gonna hide it or something like that. Alright, let me restart this. I think it's a big one focused on AI infra. They've been around for a long time. I'm the first person doing an AI driven code interview. I'm a guinea pig? Dang. Guinea pigging, huh? Alright, let's try login real quick. Yeah, there we go. So I was having trouble updating my LeetCode username. Failed to check existing profile. What does that mean, man? Okay, back to the issue. Can you run yeah, well, I already killed the process, or Claude killed the process, so I'm not having that issue anymore. AI driven code interview. Did they tell you what that's gonna be like? De Jesus? Did they say you can basically just use whatever you want? You're gonna actually be using LLMs to develop a feature or something? might need to migrate if the column doesn't exist. Migrate? What are you talking about, migrates? All I know is that we're gonna build something for an hour. Dang. CV noob, what's poppin'? Nothing poppin', just trying to fix a little bug. That's what we're trying to do, man. Alright, let's see. LeetCode username. None. It's... I don't think it updated, man. I can't believe... That's not the right thing. Hey, what the hell is this thing, man? Let me just run it fresh, just to make sure. Rock 425A. Thank you very much for the follow. It says updated profile successfully. This doesn't do shit. Alright, it says updated profile successfully, but actually it didn't update anything, man. And my LeetCode username shows up as whatever it was before. I'm so poor, I gained 10K in 3 days and lost it overnight. So you're like the same level of wealth 3 days ago, man. Are you reading from the same column? I don't know what it's doing, man. I don't know how the code works. I'm running on 100% vibes right now, man. I just know it was working 3 days ago, and then I updated. I like refreshed this whole page and how it looks, and now it doesn't work. So it will figure it out, I think. I have faith. I'm not ready to get in there just yet, man. But if it doesn't work this time, I'm gonna tell it to go look at the changes it made in the past and when it was last working, you know? I think it's reading the LeetCode name 1, but the Claude 1 changed user ID to ID. Can you gaslight that you're gonna fire it? No, I'm not ready for them threats yet, you know? Yes, to change the LeetCode username when it makes the post. I mean, I don't know if that's the case because I don't even know what my schema looks like, man. But let me see if it works now. Oh, it just added some debugging there, it seems. But I don't see any console logs anywhere. It's crazy. I should be seeing these console logs, right? But I see nothing. Oh, right here, right here. Oh, dang, I put none as a username. But now it's... Hold on. Oh, shit, I just killed Claude. I didn't mean to do that, man. I just meant to interrupt it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me put new username. I don't want to confuse it, so I'm gonna send it this. Sorry, I sent you the wrong message. Here are the logs. It's time to press the agent into having the imposter syndrome. Yeah, if it can't figure it out, man, why am I even using it? Man, you wrote the code, man. This is crazy. Doesn't work. Let me look at my super base to get the schema. It's big spanking time. Yeah, it's making me do work, man. That's too much. It's too much, man. Why Supabase? I don't know. Open source, and it's very popular and it works. And I don't have to. I started using Supabase mainly for the auth, and then I just decided I'm gonna just put everything in there. Alright, so it wants me to add this thing. Should I just run it? But man, it was working at one point, right? So... Oh, that was it. Just my RLS things need to be updated. There we go. Supabase is very easy to set up. Yeah, it wasn't bad. But I switched off Supabase for Convex and I don't think I'm ever going back. Do you remember the commit when it was working? No, I do not. But apparently it just fixed itself now. So I don't even think I have to deploy anything, man. Let me see if I can just do it on the actual website. LeetCode username. Nothing. No, it doesn't work here. So I do have to push this update. But it still looks kind of ugly, man. Alright, it works, man. I just updated my LeetCode username, but I think the flow is a little bit confusing because you have to click on that edit button for the LeetCode statistics, and then you have to go in and you have to click update profile at the bottom of the page. Maybe we can make this a better flow somehow. Alright, there's probably some other bugs out there. But for now, it's all right. So it says inline save, also save on collapse, modal edit. Let's do a inline save or something. All right, after this, I gotta update my Claude MD file. I don't even have one, man, but I think I need one. I don't check the code. I just check the results. So we click edit. What if I don't have a LeetCode username? Oh, that's the real site. That's the real site. Here we go. So I click edit and I type in nothing. Let me save nothing. Oh, that didn't work if I erased. But LOL works. But I can't erase. Dumpy Don, what's happening? Alright, one more issue. When I submit a blank username, like for example, if I wanted to remove my username, then it doesn't clear the username. But I don't know if I want to handle that, man. Should I even do that? Because the statistics are still tied to the accounts. Because it's by, I think it's by like the account UUID thing. So when you clear a username, do you like clear all the stats associated with it, you know? I'm just gonna say you can't. Well, let me see what happens when I actually clear it, though. So, like, my stats are still there. I take it back. Let's not be able to clear the username or something for now. No, I take that back. Let's clear it. Shit, I don't know what to do, man. How should I handle it? What do you use for voice programming? I use this thing called Whisper. Whisper Flow. And if you want a 1 month free trial, here's a link, man. There you go. You get a month for free of Whisper Flow Pro. That's the one I'm using. And if you use it, and if you dictate 3,000 words, I get a free month. That would be nice. I'm not gonna lie. Shit. Alright, I'm having an issue that I don't know how to move forward, so maybe we can brainstorm on some possible paths. Alright, let's say somebody clears their LeetCode username, then all the statistics are still tied to their user ID in Supabase. How do you suppose we should go about handling this? If somebody clears their username, should we also disassociate all those statistics with their account? Which would mean maybe not delete the data. I don't know what to do here. Actually, I don't know what to do. Whisper Flow referral is good. Restrict saving usernames if username is blank. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But then it's like, now once you enter your username, you can never get rid of it, you know. So I'm just trying to brainstorm to see maybe the best way is to just, once you enter a username, you can't ever not enter a username, you know. Maybe it should just have a delete LeetCode username button. Oh, I just saw it look at some cascading delete, man. I don't want it to delete all the data that I've gathered though, man. Maybe I should. Anyways, we'll see. See what the AI suggests that we do. All right. When a user has a LeetCode profile, they accumulate LeetCode profile, LeetCode activity, submissions, and solutions. Yes. All child tables have on delete cascade from LeetCode profile, current behavior, username to null. Right now, when a username is cleared, all data is preserved. UI hide stats. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Does it work though? Let's just keep everything for now. It ain't that serious, right? Order an Indian sweet called Kaju Kati. You want me to look it up now? Katli. Man, have I had these? I don't know if I've ever had these, man. I'll try it. I'll try it at least once. If you have it after Zaza, what is Zaza, man? Navigamer29, what's happening? Welcome. Oh, Zaza is a weed. That's what you call Zaza over there. That's what y'all be smoking. I always thought India smokes like, what is Kush? Is that where Kush came from? I don't know what came from India, man. Wait, what are we doing? We're trying to figure out this LeetCode profile situation here. Alright. Let's just send this. Please have Kaju Katli. Man, I don't even know where I can buy that. It's not like I just got a dang kitchen, Indian kitchen right there. I can just order one. Alright, let's do this work and I'm gonna send it. Unexpected bug today, man. But I'm happy I found it. Alright, let's test it one more time and then I'm gonna submit. I'm gonna just push it, you know. Oh, look at that. Connect your add my leak code. Yes. That looks great. Boom. It's back in business. And then should we remove it now? Oh, but the progress still shows. Yeah. Almost good. Almost good. I'm going to tell it real quick. Okay, the statistics hide on the profile page. Very nice. However, the progress still shows. If a user doesn't have a LeetCode name associated with their profile, let's also hide the progress. Yeah. Bro, where are you from? Navigamer. I'm from Jamaica. Where are you from? USID 43. What's happened? Does Claude Code Terminal work better than the extension? Or is it just personal preference? Saw a lot of people use it in the terminal only. I didn't even know there's an extension, man. I've never used the extension, never heard about the extension. I've only experienced Claude Code with the terminal, and I think it works really well in the terminal. Does Whisperflow save data for better services? CB New, what you talking about, man? Save data? Yeah, I actually think it uploads your data, but there's a setting that says you can use my data or whatever for something. I don't know, man. I just started using it only. Look, I've only said 8,500 words to it. If it saves the audio, if you talking to it, it could be bad. I don't know if it. I highly doubt it saves the audio, man. But you never know. You never know. All right, let's check this thing out. Yeah, I guess Whisperflow could save all your audio data, and then they have a crazy database of everybody's voice, and then they get hacked. And then they use AI to replicate everybody's voice, and then they go rob everybody's banks. Is that what you're worried about? It's possible, I suppose. Something like that happens. Yeah, I updated it, and now it's even. Oh, because I put none. I didn't put nothing. Alright, there we go. That looks alright. Alright, we're sending it, man. Alright, looks good, man. Make sure you committed everything to the branch that you're working on. Hello there, Harshit BM. What's happening? Alright, I'm gonna build this. I'm gonna push it to the website, and hopefully people can add their usernames again. Can you call me Harsh? Yeah, sorry. Harsh. What's happening, man? Welcome to the stream. I'm just doing a little vibe coding. So I'm working on my personal website, midnightsimon.com. There's a bug on the website, so I have this LeetCode tracking thing that's not working right now. So it doesn't allow you to like add your LeetCode username. But I'm about to deploy a fix that should allow you to actually update your username. Hold on. Can you make a PR for this thing? And I'll merge the PR. Alright, so on my website, once the LeetCode thing is working, You can check out our LeetCode leaderboards, and everybody who's entered their LeetCode name, you show up. There's also like a progress tracker, so you can see who's actually solving LeetCodes in the last week, who's like active in LeetCode. It tells you how many easy, mediums, hards people have solved in the last week, last 30 days. This week 30 days thing is the same right now because I just started collecting data. So you're gonna have to wait for like 30 days before you see some real difference between week and 30 days. And then I plan to do more social aspects, like you can see people's solutions as they, like you have a home feed, kind of like your Facebook wall or whatever it was, the Facebook feed. But instead, you'll just see everybody in the community and what's problems they've been solving, and you can peek at their solutions. So that's what I'm working on right now on my website, and we're just fixing bugs. Oh shit, I just said no. I misclicked. I meant to say yes. Man, that bug took a long time to fix though. But don't worry. We'll start flowing after this. Hopefully. Alright, PR is created. I'm just gonna merge it. Delete. And then I'm gonna... What is this? Commit, man. Oh, the keyboard gallery. That's crazy. Like, what is this little one pending change? Where's the pending change? Is it this to publish this branch? No. Am I blind? I don't see anything, man. Anyways, who cares about that right now? The only thing I care about is rebuilding my Docker, uploading my image. Ah, Jesus. I swear Docker was running, man. Some crazy things are happening. Oh shit. I gotta edit my variables. Give me a second. There's too many things to remember. I'm gonna put my callback in properly. I'm in 12th grade right now, and I'm super interested in learning computers and coding. Right now in school, we've been through basic Python. Where would you suggest to start from and learn? Man, that's a tough question, Harsh. I'm not gonna lie. The CS world, the computer world, is changing very fast these days, so I'm not even sure what you should learn, but I think it would be wise to at least try to learn the fundamentals, and maybe even I don't know if it's bad advice to say maybe you should check out some LLMs and get in tune with the AI world, because it seems that's where the world is headed, man. So you want to familiarize yourself with all these AI tools and stuff. But I don't know if that's bad advice, because maybe if you jump too fast into the AI stuff, you'll never learn the fundamentals. So it's kind of like a dilemma, and I'm not sure how to proceed. How did I learn? How did I start? I started from just watching YouTube videos like 12, 13 years ago, and I didn't study it in school, so I had a project that I wanted to do. I wanted to build a bot that could sign up for an account on a random website, log into that account, and start doing things on that account. That's how I started. And back then there were hardly any browser bot things going on. Like today you can easily make a browser bot that can do those things, but I think back then the tools weren't as great, so I was building everything from scratch, and I wasn't building a browser bot. I was building an HTTP bot, a bot that talks with the HTTP protocol instead of like manipulating a browser to navigate. And that's how I learned. That's how I started, man. And I started with a language called VB.NET, Visual Basic.NET. That's a huge place you have. Very American. Bobo Bebow, welcome to the party. Yeah, I got a big basement. Hey, I swear, man, I just pushed this thing, but now it won't let me connect again, man. Something's always weird with like me trying to push to GitHub or to Docker, you know? Always this denied access. Hold on. How do I enter my credentials? Man, hold on. I gotta hide my camera. Did it work? Ah, shit! It didn't work. It did not work. I might have to shut it down. Give me a second, man. I'll be right there. Don't you worry. I'm coming right now, man. I know my thing is blank. But we'll be back right now. Hold on. Let me see if it works. Oh yeah, here we go. Camera's back. So I need some more continuous integration stuff going on. Have planned to cut your hair? No. When you say fundamentals, you mean knowing the trade-offs of different data structures and algorithms? Yeah, that would help. Not just data structures and algorithms, but I think learning some basics of object-oriented programming might be useful too, or whatever, if you want to build things in object-oriented language. I don't know, things like that. I think it's hard for me to say what, because nobody knows what the future is going to look like, man. Is it going to be a waste of time to like learn these things in the future because the AI is just going to be so good? And you have to like focus on more architecture designs, but then wouldn't the AI also be good at architecture in the future as well? Who knows? Who knows anything? Did I push that? Alright, let me redeploy, man. It's been... Yo, what the hell is that noise? That's a crazy noise, man. Never heard that in my life. Who played that? What does it mean? I'm not trying to cut my hair for a very long time. I guess if I start going bald or something, maybe I'll think about cutting my hair. Or if my hair thins out too much. Then I'll probably just shave my head. How much you paid for a domain? Like $10 for a year. But I think I bought like 10 years at once or something. I forget. I wonder what codes are so protected that LLMs don't usually get to train on. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. All right, let's see. Will I be able to update my dang LeetCode profile name? Yes. All right. You can update your dang usernames now, your LeetCode usernames. Site's working again. Now we can move on with our lives. That's an hour-and-a-half detour. Oh, the Dune Coon is on. I gotta tell him, man. I've been looking at his progress. And let's see. Where is he at? The Dune Coon, 2 mediums. That's it. Anyways, alright, what's next? Next, I said I need to set up my Claude MD, which surprisingly, I don't even have a dang Claude MD in this thing. That's crazy. I never ran init here. So wait. Oh shit. Actually, I need to clean up some of these work trees. But I think I'm gonna just init first, and then I'll start talking about work trees and stuff. Let's see how long it takes to create this MD file. But man, this little one right here, one pending change. Where the heck is that pending change, man? It's bugging me. I don't have any pending changes. So I was able to set my username, but now the stats are still 0. Yeah, the checker only runs every so often, so give it some time. And then and then your progress stats are going to be collected over time as well. So it doesn't really know how many problems you solved, like until we set the baseline. So right now, I guess I could just peek to see when it was going to run next. Or I can just look in the logs. So it's, I think it's the algo tracker. I forget, I think it's every 5 minutes or something it runs. Or every hour. I could ask it. Where's the AI? What is this? Dang, I got all these tabs open. So are you running a batch for it? I don't know what you mean by running a batch, but technically it doesn't batch anything. It just does them, it does each individual profile sequentially. but there's like timeouts in between each one, so I don't get like rate limited by LeetCode. So it goes at like a decent rate of like 1 request per second or something, maybe 2 requests per second, I forget. So I guess we can look to see how long it takes. So this one is at that time. Man, it should probably run soon, huh? We'll get there, don't you worry. Should I just look at the code? That's not 3 seconds, that's like 10 seconds, man. Who knows? I didn't write this, you know. I can't tell you what it does or how often it scrapes. But it would seem there are no sleeps in between. Oh, run every 5 minutes, it says. But this doesn't look like... Maybe that's milliseconds. Maybe that's like every 6 minutes or so. LeetCode ranking color, grading is cool, and progress tracker is bumping. Yeah, I think the progress tracker is going to be a lot nicer as time goes on, so you can actually track the progress. Since I just implemented that feature, it's like there isn't much progress yet, you know. It's like only 2 days of progress, really. But all right, yeah, right now it says 0, but for sure you got problem solved. So just give it some time, I promise. We'll check back in like, what is this in? It's in milliseconds. So seconds, minutes. This looks like every 6 minutes, man. Just G1, how you doing? What's happening today? Just doing a little vibe coding. I'm trying to set up my Claude MD file because I just realized I didn't have one, and I've been coding for a long time, man, in this folder. I love vibe coding. Hey, me too. I really don't understand why some people hate vibe coding so much, man. It's so fun. It's so fun. And it's like, you know, you can actually build things without getting too frustrated. Steven Sagaball says, submitted a vibe coded PR at work is so weird. Why? I thought everybody's doing it, man. Because you're like not that confident in the code. I mean, you can just look at the code and write some tests to make sure it works, right? And then once you do that, you just send it. And then, hey, if you send your work to get reviewed and somebody else approves it, it's not only on you, man. It's also on the person that reviewed the code. Every big tech company nowadays wants you to vibe code. Yeah, that's the vibes I'm getting, man. All the big tech companies are really trying to push their people to like skill up. I think they're doing this now, and in like a year or something, maybe they're like, oh, right, Steven Sagaball, looks like you haven't been vibe coding up to par. What exactly do you do here? You know, and then boom, you're out of there. And then they're gonna start, getting people who can vibe code, vibe engineer, I guess, because I think a software engineer who's like fully trained on how to vibe code is 100% going to be more productive than a software engineer who does it the traditional way. But it takes time to train a whole industry, I think. What's happened? Amar Tia, Patnake, welcome. I've had to rely on my smart coder friends to bring my ideas and art to life, and it's so freeing to not have to prompt them anymore. Yeah, I'm really having a great time vibe coding, man. I cannot understand all the hostility towards it from like software engineers and stuff. I think vibe coding ruined the profession, made it brain dead. I don't think so, man. I think now we can actually use our brain power to like be creative, I feel. A vibe engineer just a product manager? Maybe. Product manager, or I don't know. Perhaps. I think now I use my brain power to think about ideas and things that might work. I guess I still have to think of some architecture stuff. Maybe I have to think about good solutions to tell the AI to build, because sometimes it goes off the rails and tries to build something overly complicated, and you have to like course correct it a lot, you know. So I don't think it's brain dead, like you're just not thinking at all. You still have to look, you have to test the results. That's what I've been doing, man. I don't look at the code, I just look at what it produces, and I'm basically a QA tester, man. And how many contests attended? Yes, I have a bug to do that. I don't know why it's not done here. I think it's in my database though. All right, I'm gonna add that for sure. Dumpy Don, don't you worry. Okay, so my Claude MD file, first version is done, but I would like to tell it some other stuff. I want you to let me know how to best do parallel workflows with Claude Code using Git work trees. And then, so I'm going to tell it, just tell me how to tell it to do it, and then I'm going to tell it to make a note of this into Claude. Oh dang, there's a skill for it, using Git work trees. I came across your coding streams by chance, and as someone who truly enjoys programming, I wanted to share my appreciation. Your work reflects remarkable clarity and excellence. Dang, that is a crazy raving review. Thank you very much for letting me know. And I'm just a guy trying to vibe code, and I do these streams, I'd say I do them mainly for myself. I find myself a lot more accountable when I put some pressure on myself to like show up and already tell the whole world I'm gonna show up at this time and I'm gonna be doing these things. Because if I was just living alone by myself and no one to talk to about coding and sharing my stuff, I don't think it's very fun, and I don't get very far. So these are mainly to boost my own productivity, and I also find that it helps other people with, I don't know, networking or, you know, their productivity as well, learning, knowledge sharing, all that stuff. Let's see, directory options, dot work trees. All right. I want you to make a note of how to wait, what am I typing, man? I gotta talk to it. I want you to make a note of how to use these GitHub work trees effectively while doing any work in this folder. Your notes should be in the claude.md file in the root folder, and your instructions should be very explicit in always running a git fetch before branching from main to create a new branch in a new work tree to do feature work or bug fixes or any type of work. You should also note that once you finish the work, you should prompt the user if we should make a PR, and then you should prompt the user to say the PR has been created, and once the user responds that they've merged the PR, you should then clean up the work trees. My coder friends just say it makes them 90% faster, but that's mainly all the typing. What? Wouldn't PMs be better at creativity? I don't know, man. I don't know what the future holds for any of this. Alright, while it's creating our Claude MD thing, let me see. It still hasn't run, man. It's been some time, right? Uh-oh. I think it just did another finish run. Alright, do I have to restart that service? Maybe it just fetches the usernames. Let me look in the code. Like, how does it get the usernames? When it starts a new run, how does it? Oh, this is a scrape user stats. Update user stats. Oh, so it just runs every 5 minutes on this. But this should take everything from Supabase. And then we should have that, right? That should be there. So maybe we just need to keep waiting, man. Alright. 16:43, that's when it said it ran. I swear that time was different last time, man. So somebody just added their username to the website, and we're like, it's not collecting the statistics. So that's what we're trying to figure out, what's going on there right now. Does the progress thing count new questions or revisits and solved again? It only counts new questions, Dumpy Don. Only new questions. Because it would be hard to count like resolves, I think. Leak code with vibe coding? Yeah, a little bit. I'm building a leak code type website. Like, it's my personal website for my stream. But I do a lot of leak code streams, so this is like tracking leak code statistics and whatnot. But we might have an issue, man. don't know why it's not picking up this yet. So I could look, it just finished another run. And then I don't see that username. But it's there for sure, you know? So maybe it's like caching or something. Time to prompt. Wait, resolve queues data is used by progress tracking page of the profile. Wait, what are you talking about, Dumpy Don? You mean like how many submissions they've gotten? Yeah, that's too complicated, man. I'm just tracking for now how many new problems that person has solved. All right. All right, we've added that to the Claude MD. So let me ask you about Algo Tracker. I just clear the context. All right, I'm having a small issue with Algo Tracker. Somebody recently entered their LeetCode username on the website about 30 minutes ago. However, Algo Tracker is not pulling their data from LeetCode for some reason. Can you investigate why this might be happening? Oh, my bad, YouTube, my bad. I haven't been seeing. I feel bad for not reading YouTube sometimes, man. How do you personally decide when to prioritize clean architecture over rapid iteration? Are there any habits you still rely on to stay sharp after years of coding? I don't really have a system here, man. I'm not that great at anything. I just kind of go with my gut feeling. I'd say in the beginning, I don't even know. I just let Claude Code do everything for me these days. What heuristics do you choose? Do you use to choose the right level of abstraction in production systems? And what indicators such as coupling complexity? What? I'm not even sure what this means. I'm not a real good engineer. I'm just kind of going with the flow most of the time. Mysterious debris. This is a Bubble 75 keyboard. I'm the type of person that I don't really overthink my designs too much, especially if it's a personal project, man. I think who cares about the design in the beginning that much? I think I prioritize just rapid iteration in the beginning, man, over architecture. And then once you hit those limits, I think that's a good time to start thinking about a different architecture. Because you really don't need anything crazy architecture to run stuff up to, like, you know, thousands of users, maybe even hundreds of thousands of users. You know what I'm saying? I think you might hit your first bottlenecks around hundreds of thousands or millions of users. So once you get to that point, I think then it's important that you decide on some good architecture from then on. But man, in the beginning, if your app is only gonna get like 100 people, who cares about any of that stuff, man? That's probably not what you should do, but that's how I think. But like, if you're going for a big company that's already established and then they're working on launching a new product or a new feature, then yes, for sure you should think about the architecture when you're already tapping into hundreds of millions of users from day one. But when you're not, man, I think people put too much weight on that stuff. in the beginning at least. Like I'm not building for 1 billion people for my little streamer website app, you know. Man, I'm disappointed in my algo tracker. All right, let's see. Can it figure out why? Maybe I just need to restart it, man. Because from what I'm seeing, it should work. So initially it runs this. It gets from profiles. All right, let me look in Supabase to make sure that your data is in the right place as well. Thanks for the clear explanation. I appreciate the practical way you approach these trade-offs. And how do you avoid over-abstracting early while still keeping codebase flexible as it scales? That's what I'm saying. I don't even do that stuff, man. I just talk to Claude Code and I tell it my requirements and I tell it what I'm feeling and it makes a plan and I just tell it to execute. I really don't think about that stuff, man. Maybe that's bad. Is Algo Docker? No. No, it's not. Just this one. You have access to check the Supabase. Yes, I have access. I'm doing that right now. I'm about to check the dang table. I see the problem, man. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. I found the problem. I need you to fix it. The problem is when the LeetCode profile is updated from the website in Midnight Simon Remix on the edit profile page, it adds the LeetCode username to the LeetCode profile table, but it does not add the LeetCode username to the profiles table. We need to update both tables. Please implement a fix following the guidelines in the Claude MD about work trees. What do you miss about Google and why is it the food? Oh man, I mean, obviously I miss the steady paychecks from Google. I miss the people I used to work with. I really enjoyed basically everyone. I had a good time going to work. Maybe that's why I quit, because I was just having a good time hanging out, man. I didn't feel like I was getting anything done. I don't feel like I was working towards my goals in life at all. I was just going to work to hang out, to collect my acorns and go back home. But I think my whole life goal is not to just collect acorns, man. Like, I don't want my whole life to be, oh, you know what I did my whole life? I collected all these acorns. You know, when I'm on my deathbed, they're going to ask me, what did you do? I'm like, hey, you see all these acorns I got? Yeah. That's what I spent my life doing, man. No, I don't. That's what I don't want. So, but I do miss the steady acorns. The food was good, but I think it was too much, man. I think I ate a lot of junk because there was so much free food. All right, I'd say easily I miss my coworkers the most because now I don't even talk to them. I guess I could message them, but you know, I'm very introverted. And when I show up to work, everyone's already there. I don't need to like specifically message anybody, man. We could just keep up relations by me just showing up to work to collect my acorns. But now that I don't show up to work to collect those things, it's like I don't talk to them anymore that much. And I feel like I spent almost every day of the last 4 years of my life with these people. And now, who knows if I'll ever see them again, man. I probably will, but still. It's like you go every day hanging out with these people. We hang out at work, we hang out outside of work sometimes, we travel around together, going to summits and stuff. And then poof, they're gone. So that's my answer to you, Steven Sagiball. Alright, let's fix this bug, man. This is why it's happening. And then let's see if it creates the work tree and stuff like it should. So right now I have these two Agent 1, Agent 2 work trees that I made manually. But from now on, this thing... Look, it's working in the wrong direction, man. I told it to use the dang thing and it didn't. Disappointed. Very disappointed. Damn, I just miss the food and the office. We had different work environments. Yeah, it seems so. Yeah, it pisses me off. It rage baits me. What do you mean? Alright, I have big problems with you, man. I told you specifically to follow the instructions in Claude MD about work trees and all that stuff, creating a new branch and working in a new work tree branch and everything, and you didn't do any of that, man. I need you to answer me two things now. Why didn't you follow my instructions? And two, how do I get you to follow my instructions going forward? Is it because I just created your Claude MD file in this session without starting a new Claude? Is that maybe you didn't load up the Claude MD initially? What the heck is going on? It's gonna get pipped itself. Yeah, it's... What is it? What are you doing, man? I gotta figure it out. What would your advice be to a mid-senior engineer afraid about AI? Afraid why? That AI is going to take your job or something? I'm going to tell you, man, if you're a mid-senior engineer and you're afraid to get into AI, you should be even more afraid if you don't get into AI. Because if you don't get into AI, I think for sure you're going to be obsolete, man. But if you get into AI, maybe you might be like still relevant or something. Anyway, let me see. What? You're right to call me out. Claude MD was loaded. I can see it right there. The plan I was given also explicitly spelled out the work tree steps. I have no good excuse. All right. What happened? When I ran get fetch at origin, the workspace root, and I got not a get repository, and then check Midnight Simon 2 remix and found it was already a branch of the thing. I made a bad judgment call. I assumed, oh, this branch already exists. I'll just work here instead of following the explicit workflow. This was wrong. Yes. How do you mean to do it? This is a loading issue. It just made an error. A few things that could help. You could add stronger language. Alright, I'm gonna tell it. Please update the Claude MD to make it even more clear to you that you should never skip those steps. And also make a note that the root folder is not a GitHub repo, and each of the individual folders below it are the GitHub repositories. And that before you do any work in any repo, you should verify that the repo that you're working in is the correct repo you want to do the work in. Noon. Thank you very much for the hydrate. Cheers. All right. Anyways, for now, I'll manually fix your profile with your username in it. Give me a second though. Oops. Hey, maybe I should just update my thing. Anyways, hey Simon, is that the new hyped Claude Code? Yeah, I don't think it's new, but it is Claude Code. Okay, thank you. Now, if we can go back to the changes we made, can you commit the changes to a new branch, publish that branch, and create a PR for me, please? I can see that you are using AI to build stuff, but have you built stuff that has AI at its core? Is there a roadmap you'd like to share? I have not built anything that has AI at its core. I've only been using AI to build things. And I've been having great success with building. I think it's surpassed my expectations into what it's capable of doing and how easy it is to build things these days, man. The last time I tried to build with AI, like vibe coding, was about 8 months ago. And it was a very different experience for me 8 months ago than it is today. I'm finding a lot more success today, and things just, they're like mostly right than wrong. Would I be interested in one-on-one mentoring? I don't really do that right now, but you can always stop by the stream and ask me any question anytime you want, and I'll try my best to answer it, you know. Blue Cactus AI, what's happening? That's a bumping prompt? Wait, which one? I did a few of them. I don't even remember. Which prompts? The one where I told it, scolded it a little bit. I called it into my office and have it sit down and explain to me why it messed up. All right. Yeah, no, I like to try and understand why it doesn't work when I explicitly tell it to work sometimes. It's like, hey, why aren't you working? I told you, you gotta work. All right, so Claude MD. Okay. Did I tell it about... Alright, let's see if it's actually doing anything properly. Let's see. I should probably test it to see if the fix works. And I should. Dang, it's already 12. It's already noon, and I feel like I haven't done much, man. Yeah, just create the PR. I don't even care anymore that you worked in the wrong folder. Real man testing prod. That's what I've been doing, man. That's what got me here in the first place. Oh, you put the work trees in .work trees? Ugh. I guess it's alright. But no. Alright, I'll let it slide. Wait. I would actually like my work trees to be in the root folder instead of a nested folder in the repo. Can you update the CloudMD file to specify that? I want my work tree in the root folder because I find it's a lot easier to just copy some Docker Compose stuff and build when the directory order is the same. Because if it's nested, then all my commands for like the Docker Compose thing will be like one nest wrong, you know, like the relative paths are going to be all messed up. But if I have all of the work tree folders basically in the same place as the original, then all my relative paths are also going to work. So that's why I need to update that. Nah, man, not in the .work trees. Let me see. All right. I don't want all of the work trees to be grouped together in a folder called work trees. I want all the work trees to be in the top level folder, the folder that's called Midnight Simon Full Stack. And it should just be a regular old folder with the work tree name. It should be right beside its original folder. Try virtual workers as AI agents, like 3D game? What? What are you talking about? 3D game. Man, I had grand plans today and I haven't done shit except fix this bug, I guess. Alright, there we go, man. Yeah, that's the work tree. That's how I want my work trees organized. It might not be the best way, but so far this is what I prefer. All right. Yeah, that's how it should look. That's how it should look. Working with AI, man. What are we gonna do next? It's finished, and then it created the PR. Let me just merge that PR and do whatever. What did your wife think of quitting Google? I don't know. She's alright. She said if it was her, she wouldn't quit. She'd just stay there forever for 50 years. But she also knows my ultimate goals in life is to create something, some type of small business or some type of business, you know. I'm just gonna merge this. Don't care about reviewing. I'll test. Well, I should have really tested it, man, but it's too late now. I already merged it. Okay, I merged. Please clean up. Did you contact your friend? Oh, Steven Sagaball. It's okay, we can always roll back to an older commit. Yeah, we could always do that, man. Minecraft games, what's happening? Bro, can I get access? I don't have pro or anything. Get access to what? You want me to share my Cloud Code account with you? Some random person on the internet, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's worth a shot to ask. But I ain't trying to do that. No, that's not what you're asking. Wait, what are you asking then? Access to what? You mean like the Claude Opus? I'm slightly confused, man. Delete the branch? Yeah. Delete the branch. Wait, I already deleted the branch. But you can clean up the work tree in the .worktrees folder in the Midnight Simon Remix project. I mean, I have Perplexity Max. Can I use the code from there? I'm not sure anything about Perplexity Max. But I'm just using Claude Code Mac or the Max plan. And I have no idea what Perplexity Max offers and like if you can use Claude Code with it, you know. What's the best thing for vibe coding? What do you mean? I've only tried Claude Code, man, and I think it's been really great. I think once you get used to using Claude Code, using the skills, using the Claude MD file effectively, using all the techniques for parallel workflows, using Whisper to dictate, I think it's a really nice flow and it can be super duper productive that way. I don't know how OpenAI isn't gonna go bankrupt. They're losing the race for real. It seems so, man, but I guess people still refer to everything as ChatGPT. Like when I talk to people on the streets or people who aren't coders, they just say ChatGPT, you know? So I don't know if they're losing the race in that sense, but I feel they are, you know? Retail Rat, thank you very much for the follow. Peter Steinberg prefers Codex over Claude. I have not tried Codex, man. I should probably try it. Jack Swift, thank you very much for the follow. I should, like, since I'm like using AI so much in my day-to-day, I should really be well versed in all the different options that I have, man. But I'm a little bit lazy, not gonna lie. What I don't get with the Whisper hype is that I can't imagine a workspace full of vibe coders using Whisper to Claude. Hey, you you can whisper to it and it will know what you're saying. Like you can speak really quiet too. So it's so imagine having a workspace full of vibe coders and everybody's whispering to their own code. Hey man, you gotta put in this virus right here. You have the $100, $200 max plan. I got the $200 max plan that I'm not utilizing fully, and I'm thinking about going down to the $100 plan, or figuring out how to squeeze more tokens and making my workflow more efficient. And Rosis in the house. Good morning to you. How you doing, man? But I say most normies are using ChatGPT on their phone for quick questions. My girl will send it a picture of our plants and ask how to save them. Yeah, that's how I use Gemini for that though. Not sure if you have ChatGPT Plus, but they include PR review with Codex. That's pretty good. If working with Anthropic models is nice to have different model reviews sometimes. Yeah. I know I should probably do all that stuff, man. I have Gemini Pro, I think, as well, that I only use on my phone. I've been going down the rabbit hole of Japan Sui Rolls Visa again. Hey, you should do it, man. You should do it. I had complications because I have a stepchild. But if I didn't, maybe I'd be there right now, man. I'm not sure. My lawyer in Japan told me that they're also changing some rules. I was trying to get the business manager visa or the startup visa, right? Yeah, I didn't do the same. I got approved for a startup visa over in Japan, but they're even changing the rules about that, man. When I applied, you only needed around 5 million yen to do that, which is about 35,000 US dollars. But they're changing that to need 30 million yen or something instead of 5 million yen. Or, I don't know, like 200K or something like that. Which is a little bit more risk than 35K, you know. How long can you work with the Claude $200 max plan? If you're only running one agent, you will never run out of credits with Opus. But I think you have to, even 2 agents, I don't think you'll hit the max ever. I think you have to consistently run 3 or 4 agents all the time to start to hit limits with the $200 max plan. So if you're only a 1 agent type of workflow guy, then 200 is too much. So $100 should be more than enough for that. All right, what are we working on next, man? Did I merge it? I merged it without testing, yes. Now I gotta build it. Or something. Go to main. Do that thing. Build the image. Hey, just confirm that my stats are finally showing up correctly. Yeah, I manually edited the database so that it should work without me deploying this thing. But let's look at them. Let's see. The whole morning we've been just trying to figure out this bug, but I think we finally got down to it, man. Oh, this is localhost. Dang. Who's making that noise? Oh, there you are. There you are. And then I guess your progress will be updated as you solve new problems going forward. Actually, I probably want the leaderboards to stay on the last 30 days, I think. I did twosome and longest common prefix last night. Helps keep me sharp for vibing, yeah? That's some VS Code sound. I had to turn them all off. Yeah, And I actually want noises like that, but I don't like when noises like that play and I don't even know why, you know. I think that was the Docker image being built. So I'm gonna push my new image, update the thing, so all our LeetCode profiles are saving. Yeah, I can't wait to track all your progressions, man, to see who's doing problems and all that. Who's not doing problems, you know. Dang, that's crazy noises, man. Which one was that? This? I keep them on for when chat ends and some other stuff. There's tons of, yeah, I need to figure out my audio options for sure. All right, let me deploy that. What else we're gonna do? Got like an hour. I was trying to work on Typeblazer, but I don't know if I want to start that right now. I don't even have an hour. I have like 45 minutes. When it's chirping at you, but you don't know why it's funny. Nah, I need like a special thing that says, like when I need to, when Claude is prompting me. Hey, my latest flow for vibe coding is I try and set it up, the AI, just maybe one or two agents. I try and set them up where they have a big task that they got to do for the next 20-30 minutes. Send them along their way, and then I just start playing a video game and I just watch it, you know. And that's what I've been doing the whole weekend. It's clearly not as productive as focusing 100% on what you're doing and multitasking with other things while the AI is doing its thing. But my weekend workflow, I'm not trying to be mega productive, I guess. But I feel, you know, I still feel very productive by just playing video games and then light vibe coding in the background. It's been working well. All right, what are we doing now? I don't know. Should we look at the issues? The website is getting crazy, man. There's a lot of new things on the website. All the leaderboards, the solutions thing is bumping. I have the 0 track ratings to all this. This solutions archive is not only just a coded solution, it's a link to when I'm actually solving it live on stream. So I've added all the 0 track ratings to the thing. 0 track is like a more how do you say, a more systematic way of rating a problem besides easy, medium, hard. Book Club 24, daytime streaming. Yeah, I've been doing Monday through Fridays, daytime streaming for the last 2 weeks. And we're building up my solutions archive. One day, it's gonna span 1,000 problems or more, maybe. Right now, I don't even know how many we got. All right, let's take a look at GitHub issues and find something we can work on real quick. Demon Puke, welcome to the party. All right, we're gonna get into Claude again. I'm gonna clear this out. I'm gonna be like, okay, look at the issues in Midnight Simon Remix and let me know what we should work on. Should I pop this out? I want to try the parallel work thing to see if it's working correctly. So, shit. Actually, I'll put another Claude window here. I'm gonna tell it the same. What is this startup hook error? Oh shit. What is session start? Or what does that mean? Recommended issue number 85. Yeah. Do it. Check your hooks. Where are my hooks at, man? Not that one, maybe. This one. I don't know what, but it's probably these weird things right here. Let's do that. Close that. Open it back and see if we still get the same thing. Still startup hook errors. Hey, those sounds are annoying, man. What could it be? Bash scam the pool issues? I don't know. Those sounds are killing for a long time. Like, I don't know why this is tripping though. Alright, this is my settings.local.json. Why am I getting startup hook error when I start Claude? I don't have any hooks.json, man. Oh. I might have something in this though. That's crazy noises, man. Where's the hooks? How do I open? Anyways, I'm just gonna ignore it for now, man. I'll try and fix it offline. Whatever. Close that thing. Alright, look at the issues for Midnight Simon Remix and let me know what we should work on. I have another agent working on issue number 85, so that one's off the table. Yeah, I didn't see any hook directory either, man. I'm gonna have to look in the error logs or something. But I don't want to do that on stream. It's kind of boring. Alright, let me see. Did it create a new dang branch? Oh, it's not even working. It's just doing plan mode. That's what I'm really testing. I'm testing to see if Claude is going to follow my instructions about the work trees and the branches and whatnot. Alright, number 54 or number 55 if you want a quick win. What is that? 55. Add a note about LeetCode streamers. No, that's too easy. Too easy. 87. Maybe. 54. Too easy. 36 might be okay. Oh. Keyboard gallery. Finish the keyboard gallery. No. Google OAuth. I'll do that offline. Oh, 65. 65. No. 36. Actually, I'm gonna just give it. I'm gonna tell it which one. Do number 61. Yeah, do number 61, man. Dude. I didn't say dude, man. I said do. I am Tahoma Dev. Welcome to the party. Oh, dang. YouTube chat, my bad. Again. Missed some messages. Poor GPT 5.2 is losing to Claude and Gemini 3 Pro, but there is a chance because they are on code red. In India, Gemini Pro is for 1.5 year, Perplexity Pro for 1 year, and Chat Go for one. Oh, these are all free for a year. Dang, that's crazy. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. Just doing a little vibe coding. It's right before lunchtime for me, so I'm just trying to do some quick things. The latest thing I did was updating my Claude MD file to like naturally just use get work trees and use parallel workflows. So I'm testing that out right now. I'm trying to do 2 issues side by side to see if it's gonna create my work trees and do all the work in the right repos and stuff. So it's actually gonna start coding right now. Let me see if it creates the work tree. I hope so. Create tasks to track my progress and implement the plan. Yes. You do that. What's this one doing? Exploring the code base to understand the current implementation. Oh, it's writing stuff. Man, it's not following the instructions, man. You are not following the Claude MD instructions. I specifically said to use GitHub work trees and make a new branch, but it looks like you didn't do any of that. I think maybe that startup hook error is causing it to not read my Claude MD file. So maybe I do have to get to the bottom of that, because this workflow works really well on my other computer. And I have the same instructions basically, but Claude will just follow it without issues, man. You can ask it which Claude MD files it has read. Yeah, alright. Well, I already told it to read the Claude MD now, but so like, look, now it made the right branch. So it made the right work tree there after I explicitly told it to read that file. So I really have a strong feeling that there's a startup error going on when I start Claude. Look, startup hook error. How can I get logs to see what's happening with that? We gotta fix it, you know. Alright, this is just writing a plan. I'm gonna have to tell it to make sure it reads the Claude MD file in the root folder and use the work tree information. What's on the menu today for lunch? Oh man, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I don't have anything. Oh, chicken, fish, I don't know. All right. Run the hook command manually. I don't have any hooks though. All right, I'm gonna check these Claude logs. Hey, I've been playing Final Fantasy the remake. You guys ever played that? I was a big Final Fantasy VII fan when I was growing up. I played the shit out of that game. I probably beat it like 3 times when I was younger. Haven't played it in a long time though, so I've been playing the remake, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Started it this weekend. That's what I've been doing. I've been playing that and vibe coding. I grew up on old school RuneScape, then went to WoW, never Final Fantasy. The hook gotta be somewhere. Yeah, it's gotta be somewhere, man. Alright, Claude, what are we looking at here? There's nothing. Wait, app data, roaming, Claude code. There's no dang Claude code here. Alright, they said also, and I don't see any of those things. Hey, Head Tennis, what's up? I used to build our retro piss and do the original Final Fantasy NES version. I've never played the original Final Fantasy, man. That's a little bit before my time, man. I ain't gonna lie. But I started off with Final Fantasy 7. I played 8. I skipped 9. I played 10. Maybe I played 11 and 12. And that was like the last one. Pi is like Pi. Raspberry Pi. I see. I see. Just verbose it, man. Alright, I'm gonna tell it yes. Clear context and auto accepts edits. Also, please follow the Claude MD file in the top level folder. This file tells you about get work trees and making a new branch for your work and all that stuff. Little J, what's happened? Welcome, welcome. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Error. insane, man. Wait, you said I can figure out how to see what it's read? Or like which Claude MDs it's read? Your logs have an error in it. Fix it. Homeboy Penji, what's happened? Is it is better use Claude in terminal? I use Claude with cursor. Is it the same? From my understanding, it is not the same. I heard Claude with cursor uses the API for billing. Like they charge you based on the credits and it calls the Claude API. But Claude Code in terminal, you have the option of using the API way, or you have the option of the max plan. And the max plan is like a flat rate you pay for almost unlimited tokens. And the pricing is very different if you're like, so if I were to be using the API for my pricing, I would have probably spent $1,000 already this month instead of 200. All right, these logs from Claude Code. Errors rip grep. It's an internal blah blah blah. Ignore it. I don't want to ignore it. Yeah. What Claude MD files have you read? Ah, it's reading the wrong one there. Twitch Projects Claude. Maybe this one is taking precedence. Why did you read that is in a folder above the one I opened you in? Cursor, the tokens burn faster, but they have pretty good harness, but Claude Code does too, and it's cheaper. It reads all the ones in parent directories. Argson, what's happened? What's happened? Yeah, I didn't know that. Claude Code automatically walks up the directory and loads Claude MD files from ancestor directories. Alright, well, no further questions. Close that. Alright, let's see, man. So I'm just trying to get it to automatically do its work tree stuff without me explicitly having to tell it every single time. It's a little bit annoying. But man, I swear, this works perfectly on my other computer. Maybe I should just copy my Claude MD from that computer over here. Or something. Anyways, I'm gonna just let them work. Two of them working side by side right now. who's gonna well, this one looks like it's about to finish, but then we have to test it to see if it actually works, man. This one on the left is just refactoring some code. This one on the right, it's breaking down the Type Racer's leaderboard by year. So our Type Racer leaderboards, where are they at? Right here. It's just one big list from 2022. It's a lot of names, so I just want to add a feature similar to the homepage with the subscribers, where we can break down the Type Racers by year as well. So that's what they're working on right now, the two different AIs. It's a lot of drivers. What do you mean, drivers? Who has drivers? Oh, the Type Racers? I thought you meant like computer drivers. Like, what are you talking about? Drivers? You can see my drivers? Yeah, a lot of racers out there. How many? 71 champions on this website, on my stream. It's a lot of social security numbers. Hey, Fluffy, what's happening, man? How are you doing? Doing great. Yeah, I like to hear that. Almost done with my ERP thing. ERP? ERP? I don't know what the ERP thing is. Or maybe I just forget. They added Claude Opus 4.5 to VSC, Visual Studio Code. What? So I can finally utilize Claude on my GitHub Pro subscription. Interesting. Kamui, welcome. Hey, there's rumors about Sonnet 5.0 dropping this week. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Enterprise Resource Planner. What does that mean, man? Resource Planner? I don't even know what that means. Dang, 11 minutes. Been trying to implement this. It's like SAP, if you have heard of them. SAP. Maybe. I think so. Tried OpenClaw. No, I have not, but we're talking about it earlier. I'm interested. Have you tried it? Can you tell us about it? Your experience with it? I'm making a localized plugin for an ERP called Odoo. Odoo. Yeah. I don't know anything about that type of work, man. I just wanted to work on Type Blazor today, but then I got sucked into my Midnight Simon website, you know? So maybe I'll work on Type Blazor, like, on my own today after I stream. Midnight Blazor. Yeah, we're gonna have Type Blazor. My vision is to have a bunch of different products out there, man, that are all vibe coded. I'm trying to become like an artist who has many different paintings, you know? I'm like, I want to be a vibe coding artist, or a vibe code a bunch of different things and just have them all in my collection of things I've built. That's what I envision. Pretty sure ERP is just a bunch of enterprise tools that are glued together. Build empire, rule over it with an iron fist, collect loots. Yeah, I don't know if I want to rule over it with an iron fist. I don't even know if I want to build an empire, man. I just want a little town. A little village would be if enough for me. Alright, work is completed and pushed. Alright, let's check out the work that they just did. So work is completed. Actually, let me just copy some env files over to my work tree folders. And then let's check it out. So feature yearly type racer. That's what we're about to check right now. So yearly type racer, npm install, npm run dev. Hey, that sound is annoying, man. How the hell did that noise started to happen? Hey, some weird stuff's happening to my computer, man. It's being real crazy. A village would be dope, yeah. I don't need an empire, right? Tried it out, but I'm not the most tech literate. It started just being weird, like kind of doing extra stuff that didn't make sense. So I'm restarting today. Dang. The point is to automate information passing and processing where humans are liable to drop the ball. The human-facing parts of the ERP are pretty much wherever there is a personal decision-making liability which is necessary. Sounds fancy. Control-Shift-P and type sounds or audio, and you'll find later. Alright, I'm gonna look into that. But first, let's check out to see if it broke down our leaderboards properly. Maybe I gotta start the back end too. PRPP, thank you very much for the follow. Alright, here we go. So, Type Racer leaderboards. Broken down by year? Oh, it's up there. Should we leave it up there? Is that alright up there? Fastest race is both 168. It's crazy. 168. 168 it was. Nuts. 130. Average, fastest race. Alright, that seems alright, man. I'm gonna just tell it LGTM. Mark my words, the future looks like thousands of small nuclear-armed villages. What? It's bleak, but wouldn't it be epic to be right about something so weirdly specific? Yeah. Wait, how would you know if you're right, though, man? Unless you live that long to see thousands of armed nuclear villages. Nuclear-armed villages. Yeah, create a PR for this work, please. Thank you very much. Alright, now let's check out the other stuff in man, we gotta turn those noises off for real. What is the refactor? How do you... Man. Can I just mute? Is there a button I can just press to like shut it up, man? I'll do it for the next stream. I heard Sam Altman mention that in Star Wars movies, when you see planets that look like they have gray grids all over them, that is data centers. Yeah, this guy's tripping, man. I don't even know if I'm right, but some far future will see this chat and say I was a visionary. Yeah, hey, that might be possible. Hey, imagine if they actually store all the data from today throughout history for the next 1,000 years. That would be insane, man. Historians 1,000 years in the future can just pull up and like, yeah, let me look at the logs in 1999. Oh yeah, look at this guy, Fluffy, just talking about some junk. He's the true messiah. That'd be insane, man, to know that it's possible that everything is logged, and 1,000 years from now, if all the data is still intact, like people can search through that stuff. Wait, was not his exact words, but something to that effect. Pretty much there will just be data centers everywhere unless Elon gets them in space. And I heard Google is trying data centers in space. And maybe Elon is also, maybe everyone's trying that right now. Will be a constellation of sentient programs? Maybe. People will be doing algos on Midnight Sam website in 1,000 years. Nah, come on now. NSA and Project Echelon. I don't know about this project. I saw a post yesterday saying that OpenAI will make an IPO by the end of 2026 or early 2027. What do you think? Does it mean that they only have enough cash to run ChatGPT for a year? Or will it be the historical financial event of the 21st century? I don't know, man. I don't really think too much about those things. I don't know how corporate finance works or where that money comes from or who funds what, man. So, what do I think? I don't think. I don't think about that stuff. If I'm declared the Messiah, everybody gets a free hot tub. Dang. I don't see how they would work in space. No way to cool them. Fitzy. What's happened? No way to cool them in space? What are you talking about, man? Sounds a little bit... Are you saying that because space is a vacuum and there's no air for heat transfer? I don't know. I don't know anything about space or whatever, but I feel like there must be a way to cool something in space, yeah? There must be a way. Maybe you have some... Who knows? Space is very cold too, yeah. Right? But, alright. So if there's no air in space, but space is very cold, then how comes if you go outside for a spacewalk without your suit, you freeze to death or suffocate? I don't know if that's true because I've never been outside to space. But in all the movies, man, all the bodies in space are frozen. So if there's no way to cool things, how would those things get frozen? I'm no scientist, by the way. I am no scientist. Space is very cold when you're not next to a huge ball of radiation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're just wondering, since space is supposed to be a vacuum, How does it work? Spain ain't exactly very cold. Cold is just the concept of E being pulled out, energy transfer. Yeah. I mean, I've never personally studied anything about heat transfer in space. Heat travels through the air and radiation travels through electromagnetic waves, I guess. Should we ask Claude? I'm gonna ask Claude, man. A new terminal, fresh context. We need all the context we can get for this question. If I were to build a data center in space, how would we cool the data center if space is supposed to be a vacuum and heat transfer takes place because there's some type of exchange in fluids or whatever, you know, some contact with some fluid to transfer the heat? Tell me how we're gonna cool these data centers. Wait, well, we're actually working on something. I think this is it. Let me see if it works. I think it was the profile page. Alright. Still looks like it works. Hold on. Let me see what Claude says before I read. Also, you can likely disable some of your preferences. Bell. Yeah, I gotta do that. But I'll do it next time. Alright, let's see. This is a great thermal... Hey, I'm a little bit embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie, man. I actually did study thermal fluids in university a long time ago. That's what I got my specialization in. I did mechanical engineering, and I specialized in thermal fluids and heat transfer and stuff like that. And I did some interesting projects on heat transfer and building some crazy prototype heat exchangers. But I don't know anything about space or radiation much. Only radiation works in a vacuum. No medium equal no convection or conduction to the environment. Everything must ultimately radiate heat away as infrared electromagnetic waves. That's what Fluffy says, right? Step 1, internal heat collection. Inside the pressurized data center, oh, it's pressurized. You'd use conventional methods, liquid cooling loops or whatever, heat exchangers and stuff. This is where intuition about fluid exchange is correct. You need a working fluid internally. All right. Step 2, external heat rejection. Maxim, thank you very much for the follow. The external loop carries heat to large radiator panels that emit infrared radiation into space. Oh, it's just Stefan Boltzmann already figured this out, man. There you go. We just need some radiator panels. So easy. And an enormous heat sink. Yeah, I mean, currently, data centers, all the chips have heat sinks on them, right? So it would just be, you gotta move all the heat to a big heat sink somewhere. Who knows, man? Just launch that thing into space. But that transfers into the air, right? But all right, it will be in a closed system. The regular, this thing is saying the regular heat transfer works, but then you transfer all that heat to a radiator or something that emits radiation to get rid of the heat, and then that's how you do it, man. But again, I mean, yeah, for sure the ISS must have some type of cooling or heating system, yeah. Well, I'm not talking about radiator in the traditional sense, but I guess something that radiates infrared radiation. You know, how I don't know what technology that has. I'm not saying I know how to do it, man, but it sounds like it's possible. Why not run Cloud in a separate terminal outside of VS? Well, I like VS Code, but also my dang Whisper thing doesn't work in my regular terminal, unfortunately. So I use like voice dictation, and it always works in the VS Code terminal. I think without air, you'd need a bigger radiator. Yeah, who knows? But infrared radiation transfer seems like it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. This seems like a solved problem, though, because if people are talking about putting data centers in space, for sure, the challenging part isn't about how to cool them. I think the challenging part is how do you build them up there. I don't know what the challenging part is, man. How do you maintain them? I guess we'll see. People talk all sorts of horrible ideas. Hey, people do talk about all sorts of horrible ideas, man. All right. Should we just merge this? And then that's it. I gotta go eat lunch. Alright, I gotta go, guys. I'm real hungry. So, who we gonna raid? Vibe Coders, the Dune Coon. Let's go raid Dune Coon, man. I'm gonna call him out. I'm gonna tell him I'm tracking his progress. Alright. I gotta go eat lunch, so I'll see y'all tonight for algorithms at 9 p.m. Eastern time. If any of you are interested in LeetCode, that's when I'll be doing it. We know about how to transfer energy via IR lasers now, so I'm sure we could transfer it into a laser and shoot it back. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but this was fun. Yeah, it was fun thinking about that. Fitzy, thank you very much for the hypothetical question or whatever. It was fun to think about that. All right. Homeboy Penji, PRPP, have a good night or a good day. Thank you for tuning in. Fitzy, welcome to the party. Cactus, Blue Cactus AI, I'll see you around. Thank you for tuning in. Fluffy, see you next time. Negative IQ Viewer, adios, amigo. And everybody else who's lurking, everybody from YouTube whose messages have been ignoring a little bit. Not ignoring, missing. See you later, YouTube. Everybody who's lurking, have a good day. Demon Puke, see you next time. Het Tannis, if you're still around. Everybody, enjoy lunch and the rest of the workday, man. Adios, amigos.